Hi guys, today I'll be showing you how to cut 6 pieces. This is the down part of the 6 pieces, so I can definitely call it the skirt. So first I used 2.5 yards of fabric. You can see that I gave space for zip allowance, and then I minus my half cut from the full length and I added extra 6 inches to this particular style so that it can flow well. Then I marked 4 inches, then I went down by 18 inches to mark the knee, and then I connected it down. You can see how I then use my ruler to straighten it, then curve every other part. So I took 3 inches at the 18 inches part and 4 inches at the top part, and then I went ahead to cut it. So I just used 2.5 inches. You can use 2 inches, you can use 3 inches depending on how full you want yours to be. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, but I have to arrange it because I need every part to be intact. And then I went ahead to cut. Remember I said I added 6 extra inches to the full length of the gown, so you can see me cutting it and how I went. I cuffed the down part by 2 inches so it won't be sharp, so you can see me cutting it out. You can use 1.5, you can use 1 inch. So I turned it over this way, and then I replaced the middle of the front. You can see that the first part is 4, so now I'm going to take the full measurement. Please watch how I am placing it because it is very important. After placing it this way, I'll go ahead to mark it with chalk for me to know where I put it on, and then for me to take every other measurement. I marked my 18 and then the starting point of the gown, and I went ahead to take my full measurement and I measured my hip. As I went down by 9 inches to measure my hip and then added the allowance. On the normal where I learned, we didn't usually take the waist measurement, we just connect. So I did that, but I went ahead to be shaping it so that it won't be too much. So you just mark your hip measurement at that 18 inches part. There's no need of adding allowance, but for security please add at least 1 inch allowance so that it won't be tight at that part, because there'll be no allowance after sewing at that part, so you definitely need it. So I went ahead to connect. I used everything, so this would have been fuller if I used 3 inches, but I wanted to just use 2 inches and it still came out better than what I was even expecting. So I went ahead to cut every other part, slanted that side by 1 inch or 2 inches. I can't really see what I use right now, but I normally use from 1 to 2 inches. So you can see me cutting it in this style. I didn't cut the whole part when I got to the down, but from the waist part to the 18 inches I made sure I cut it out the way I placed it. So you can see we are done with the cutting. It is very easy. So now this is the front part of it. I can see how full it is. So now I went ahead to sew it, then I showed you guys what I did. Then this is the full front part. You can see how it's full already, and it is just the front, so there's no tail added to this particular style because I did not want flare, and she actually didn't want it to be full so that she can easily walk. So now this is how to cut the lining. You can see how I placed it. Now the lining I used is not that regular lining they sell in the market. It's actually a quality light fabric. So you can see me giving space at the down part. Ensure you give space at the down part, if not the lining is going to be short. Just ensure you follow it the way that I'm telling you and you won't go wrong. Just stick with me guys. So you can see the front part how full it is already, and then this is me showing you how to shape in it. You can see it when you get to the 18 inches you slant it down and then sew with 1/2 inches. So you can see me taking my measurement and I showed you, and now I'm going to show you how to sew it. You can see me directing you with my hand. Please make sure you watch the video as well as you listen to my voice. I went ahead to put it in my machine and then I sewed it down this way for you to see it. You can see how I did it, and now I'm going to show you how to place the other side. So now from the 18 inches at the other side, that is where you will start. So you can see me following it so I can get to the 18 inches. Then I placed it and I sewed it to the waist, After sewing to the waist, I stitched it, but my thread got finished, so I just indicated it with my hand. You turn it the other way where the chalk doesn't show, and then you sew it, and this is what we have. Guys, I ended up reducing 4 inches out of the extra 6 inches that I added because she said she could not work with it. And that is it with the tutorial. Hope you learned something.